Hi, welcome to my next installment of my marketing book review. And this go around, I'm not actually going to review a book. I'm going to review a podcast. I came across this podcast called Everyone Hates Marketers, and it's by Louis Grenier, I think is how you say his name. And it's supposedly for people that are sick of the marketing BS. All right, I was intrigued. I thought I would check it out and see what it was all about. And the first episode that I listened to is called Smashing Norms, How to Craft Stand the F Out Brands. All right, so I thought I'd give it a shot. So the interviewer was talking with someone named Simone Bruni, and she is the owner of Demo Divas. And she's down in New Orleans, and I love that I started with this episode because as a podcaster, my podcast was all about lifting up very strong women business leaders. And so listening to her story was fantastic. So yes, she was down in New Orleans and she was formerly in the hospitality industry. And so right then, Hurricane Katrina hits. The city was completely underwater. The only people staying at hotels at that time were, FEMA or first responders or that sort of thing. So she lost her job. And so she's looking around the city trying to figure out what to do in this disaster and decided, hey, there's got to be a way for me to help. So she starts this Demo Diva business and she had no resources. She goes out and buys pink yard signs and pink business cards, and she decides she's her own boots on the ground and she just goes. She decides that marketing is going to be the way that she is saved. So she went back to her hospitality roots and knew that she needed to position herself as being larger than she really was. So she put those yard signs all over the city of New Orleans on different job sites, and it just looked like she was everywhere. Sure enough, her phone started ringing off the wall. People were saying, you're everywhere, we need you to help. And so it was great. So she started responding to them, and within a year, she was the busiest demolition company in the city. Within 3 years, her competition was gone. So it was a great success story, just listening to that. Oh, she said that over time, she did buy some equipment. And of course she painted it pink. So her equipment dealer was Volvo, and Volvo set her up to speak at some different conferences. They did an article on her that got picked up internationally, and it really just set her course going forward. So it boiled down to the fact that she was willing to take that step. She took the leap, she went out there, she created this brand. It was a unique color, a unique name. She was female in a very male-dominated industry, and she stayed the course. She continued to tell her story, and when it comes down to it, that is what marketing is all about. And so I thought it was fantastic. So there are, of course, a number of other episodes, and he speaks to other business leaders going through their case studies on how marketing helped or changed their business. And so they may talk about, public speaking or building a personal brand versus your business, or, how to build your audience and that sort of thing. So anyway, would I recommend this podcast? Yes, I would absolutely recommend it. Is it the pinnacle of all marketing podcasts? I don't know. I read across a podcast recently called Marketing and Margaritas. And so till I've actually listened to that one, I'm not sure I'm ready to commit to what's the best one. So in the meantime, let's get this conversation going. Drop some comments down in the notes below, and let me know what you think.